Today we're spending a slow day in the kitchen, taking a walk through the countryside while the dough rests and making these chocolate orange heart biscuits from an old recipe book. Lately I've been thinking about things that make the day feel more competent, so I thought I'd bring you along. Welcome to Huddo's Hive. Some recipes are made because you're hungry. Others are made because they make a day feel a little slower. This is one of those recipes. Just a quiet morning, an old recipe book, and a few hours with nowhere particular to be. The recipe itself is fairly simple. Chocolate, orange, flour, sugar, a handful of ingredients that have probably been sat in the cupboard for ages. Nothing particularly special on their own, yet somehow they become something worth sharing. I think family life can be a bit like this sometimes. Most days don't look remarkable while they're happening. They're just ordinary afternoons, ordinary conversations, ordinary walks. But those ordinary moments are often the ones we look back at later and go, actually, they were extraordinary. One thing I've noticed recently is how much I enjoy making things from scratch. Not because they're quicker, usually they're not, but because they ask you to slow down for just a little while. The dough needed an hour to rest in the fridge, which felt like a good excuse to step outside for a walk. Lately, I found myself thinking more about my childhood. Not because I miss being young, but because since having children, it has reminded me how differently they see the world. Children will notice things adults simply walk straight past. A flower growing through a fence, a strange shaped cloud, a stick that somehow becomes the most exciting thing they've seen all day. Somewhere along the way, many of us stop noticing those things. We become busy, we become distracted, we convince ourselves every moment should be productive. But walks like this remind me that not every moment needs a purpose. Sometimes it's enough just to be outside, to follow a path, to listen to the wind moving through the trees and the fields, to simply notice what's around you. There is a saying, some days are less about getting somewhere and more about noticing where you are. The older I get, the more I learn to understand it. Sometimes the best way forward isn't working harder. Sometimes it's stepping away just for a little while, giving yourself enough space to think, or perhaps enough space not to think at all. By the time we got home, the dough was ready, the kitchen was waiting, which felt quite comforting, as though the day had been unfolding at its own pace all along. The biscuit recipe, quite simple really, just a heart within a heart. However, it was just a small detail that made me smile when I saw the recipe. Of course, not everything went perfectly. A few of them cracked, some ended up quite uneven actually, but homemade things usually do, and honestly I have to say I think they are better for it. By the end of the afternoon, there was flour across the worktop, biscuit crumbs waiting to happen, and a plate of little heart biscuits ready for a cup of tea. The biscuits weren't perfect. Some hearts were wonky. Flour ended up absolutely everywhere. But somehow those things always seem to become the parts you remember. Not because they were perfect, but because they were shared, because they were made slowly, and because for a few hours there was nowhere else we needed to be, and maybe that's enough. From our hive to yours.